Yes, guys, Grandmaster is the new card. It's 2 energy, 0 power. This card is really fun. Definitely recommend picking it up. It's in Spotlight caches alongside Loki and Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey also probably going to be making a bit of a comeback with this card. On reveal, move one of your other on reveal cards here to the middle location. Its ability happens again. I really recommend getting it because it is looking strong, but moreover, it's looking like you can just play this card in so many different decks and have a lot of fun with it. It's good in discard potentially. It's good in Mr. Negative, which is what we're playing today. It's good in bounce. There's so many different things you can do with this card. I really would recommend picking it up for that reason. Of course, 6,000 tokens, or more likely the Spotlight caches. So the idea of this deck is that we play Wong on turn 4, we play Panther on turn 5, and then we play a massive Zola. The rest of the cards are all just kind of complementing the deck. They're complementary. We have Goose to make one of the lanes quite difficult for our opponent to get into, and then we have a big Panther. I have played Storm in this deck before. Kang is going to be raising a lot of eyebrows, but I am a huge fan of Kang at the moment. I'm a big Kang connoisseur, and it's particularly good in a deck like this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, if we draw Kang on turn 5 or 6, we can just Kang snap, and then Kang is going to draw us another card from the deck if our opponent doesn't retreat, thinning our deck, increasing the odds of us finding our Zola, which we are craving so often. We also then, with Mr. Negative, can increase the odds, if Kang thins the deck for us, of getting a big Iron Man, which is popping off, or a big Zola, which is popping off. So Kang is in here for consistency, but also, moreover, if our opponent is lining up a Cosmo, for example, on turn 6 to block our Zola, or they've got a Shang-Chi, we can Kang into a different location to see what our opponent has up our sleeves. Also then, we have the safety net of just being able to stay in these turn 6 games, because if we Kang, a lot of the time they're going to retreat, or if they have the answer, they stay, and therefore we're just saving so many cubes, because this deck farms big wins, but you can lose 8 cube victories to things like Cosmo and Shang. So Kang just gives you that security net. If you don't have Kang, you can absolutely still play this deck. Least important card. I would highly recommend checking out Storm. A lot of you are also going to be surprised to see Gamora in a Mr. Negative deck. The reason for Gamora is it's a backup plan for Panther. It goes to 16 points. And then on turn 6, we play Zola. If we hit the Wong first with Zola, then the Panthers into the other locations are going to be doubled twice, going from 16 to 32 to 64. Very, very difficult for a lot of decks to beat, particularly when you have Goose blocking one of the locations. You can actually go Goose on turn 2, Mystique on turn 3, Wong on turn 4, Panther on turn 5, Zola on 6. That is just an almost unbeatable curve. The only way that's losing is to things like Cosmo or Shang-Chi, which is where Kang can also come in to just do those Kang checks on turn 6. A lot of the time with this deck, your opponent is going to retreat if you get the Wong Panther, even if you don't have Zola, and then Kang is just giving you a way of staying for free. But then if they do have that big Shang-Chi, they do have that big Cosmo, you can just do that Kang check to see, and then you can just save yourself some cubes. Of course, you don't want to be Kanging your Wong lane, so sometimes you might not want to go for the Kang if you've got Goose Mystique combo. There, you're not going to actually be able to play your Kang, but that doesn't happen too often. If you don't have Kang, so many replacements, I would recommend Storm most of all, because Storm is working in a similar way to Goose, restricting the lanes. Grandmaster here is a little bit awkward, but it does give us lots of different lines. For example, with Ravonna, we can go Grandmaster Zola on turn number 6. Again, with this deck, what you need to be very careful of, as you're going to see in the gameplay, is overfilling the board. If you have Wong Mystique, for example, Panther Zola, your Zola is going to be copying 3 cards, so you only want 1 card into each of the other locations, or you run the risk of your Panther not getting copied. Really fun deck. Grandmaster was a lot of fun in this one. It wasn't popping off quite as much as I was expecting it to, but I do still think it's a really great card to pick up, and definitely worth the tokens, and absolutely good enough to be playing in this deck to get huge Panthers, big combos potentially where you can Grandmaster your Zola and get even more Panthers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did, and make sure you subscribe for more. The game Grandmaster's going to pop off, guys. I can feel it. I kind of want to leave the board somewhat empty here. It's only the Zola that we're still looking for, and we also still have Kang perhaps thinning. We could obviously... Oh... I was going to say take magic to thin. Okay. So, this game, we don't play magic. Magic does allow us to go, like, Iron Man Grandmaster on the last turn. But we're just not going to take the Grandmaster, right? Maybe it's still within our interest to magic, so we can go for the Grandmaster Iron Man on the last turn. But nah, I just want a Zola like on the last turn, right? To be honest. Okay. So they have all our cards, which includes a Kang. So what we could do is we could call that they draw. They got our Kang, which they 50% chance did.
I am Iron Man.
50% of the time they got our Kang. So we just don't play anything on the last turn. Great Web pops off for us here. Like, this is all you need. Grandmaster is really the backup plan here.
I am Iron Man.
Oh! Oh, Grandmaster Loki. They get more Iron Mans, maybe. Well, they didn't play Kang before. I bet they have it now. Do we call that they have a Kang? Okay, here's the thing, guys. They only stay if they have Kang. So we don't reveal the Zola to them, okay? We weren't going to reveal the Zola because they only stay if they have Kang. So I was just going to end the turn here. Like, I just end the turn. Or I make like some half-baked play like Grandmaster instead of the Zola. I probably just make a half-baked play. Okay, Ravonna negative is always nice. I'm actually quite happy for Ravonna to die in Hala as well. I don't think we've... Well, that's definitely not ideal, because that delays our negative by a whole turn. Negative into Hala is very, very good, though. The question is, do we take the magic? Probably. Okay, negative into Hala is not so good anymore. Warrior Falls I really don't like in this deck, so... Warrior Falls would have been fine, actually. Let's just get the magic down since we're going to be negativing. Pretty sure we're always still taking negative here. If we hit Kang, we Kang snap to thin the deck. Negative has a lot of value still. We probably put these guys in the same lane like we've been doing mainly. Wong lane's got to be down the middle because of armor. So I'm not going to keep the lanes the same. Hand. If we find Kang, we play Kang the turn we draw it, because then it's just increasing the odds of us finding Iron Man, Mystique, Grandmaster. We don't need to commit the Mystique just yet. We might want it to be an Iron Man. Okay, that's a high roll. I think we're going to play this one out for content, because they are going to have a lot of points. I wonder if we can compete. I do wonder. Mystique Panther is pretty tempting. I'm going to go for it. We have 3 spots available. Oh, snap. I'm not asking them to snap because, like, look at the board state. Surely they're confident. They're scared. We're guaranteed either Iron Man or Grandmaster here because of Kang. The problem is Magic and Mr. Negative are both on reveals, so the Grandmaster is a bit awkward because we played them into the same lanes. Now the problem with Iron Man is, in theory, Iron Man can block the Panther from spawning. So is there a world we actually don't play it? We have a 0-5 Iron Man and we're not going to play it, chat. Oh god. Wait, what?
I am Iron Man.
Haha! So if Panther is the last card we hit here, the Iron Man was costing us the game. Come on. That's a Wong. That's good. Come on. Another Wong for Maximum Panther. Another Wong. Okay, not quite. But it's a win nonetheless. Nice 832 points, my boy.
Wakanda forever.
Big Panther.
Cut off one head, two more shall take its place.
You know a deck's good if you've got a 0-5 Iron Man and you just don't even bother with it. Amazing. And we haven't really seen the Grandmaster pop off yet, but there really is some moments it's going to win us games. Go on. Oh, look at this hand. We've got the Wong, we've got the Zola, we've got the Panther. What more does a man need? Turn 1, snap. Taskmaster would be great in this hand as well. Negative is obviously going to be tempting, but it's also possible that we shouldn't even bother going for it. I guess we do because it can reduce the price of our Grandmaster. But the less cards we have on board, the better. They open with Zabu. On reveal? Oh my god, chat. What is this game turning into? So we could Magic. Again, I want to reduce the amount of cards I have on board. So controversially, even though we're a Mr. Negative gamer, I'm not going to go for it. Well, good thing we didn't, because we might want to Magic the Storm lane. I don't think we really do. I think Storm's good for us. Do you know what's terrible for us? Asteroid M. Asteroid M would be moving Wong away, so Magic being able to remove a location is great. I was actually playing Storm and Goose in this deck myself before Grandmaster came out, but I did try Storm and Goose for a couple of games of Grandmaster. I wasn't really vibing with it, so instead I put in Ironheart and Kang. Kang I love. Least important card in the deck. I'm just a huge fan. If you don't have Kang, don't worry. Put Storm in, or Goose, probably Storm, because you can actually go Storm and then Grandmaster the Storm. The Mystique's also, though, the Goose is also interesting because you can go Goose on 2, Mystique on 3 to like lock down the board, and then you go Wong, Panther, Zola, right? So those cards. Oh no, it's the Grandmaster, my boy. No Grandmaster gaming, which I was pretty excited for. Iron Man, no, my boy. So at this point, I guess the question is, do we even bother with negative? It takes up a spot on the board. A very, very precious spot, by the way. I think we actually don't bother with negative. We certainly don't. The reason is because the Zola is going to be hitting 3 cards in the middle here. Kang would be amazing to find because we can check a couple of things. We could go Kang on 6 to check if they're going to switch off Limbo. With the fact Storm's already come down, it seems unlikely though. And on 7 we can check for like Shang-Chi's and this kind of stuff. We also like could have Mystiqued, right? I probably should have Mystiqued. I had time. I'm so sorry for letting you guys down. I had time to Mystique. Kang check. So the interesting thing here is, do they go for it again? I mean, we have no choice but just to Gamora and hope that they do go for it again. Because if we go Gamora here and they don't go for the Shang, I'm still probably not going to have initiative, right? So we'll go for it. Come on the Gamora, come on the Kang. We never would have played Gamora here, of course, if it wasn't for Kang. Gamora, you little sort! Let's go. Kang wins games, baby. There's no way they stay, right? There's just no way. No cards left in deck because of this Gladiator. And of course the Magic. Oh my god, they really stayed? There's no way you stayed. Thanks for the 8 cubes, Kang. Kang making a 12 cube difference. We would have lost 4. But instead we win 8. Kang is... guys, I'm telling you. Kang, insane card. I'm calling it. I love Kang so much. I'm starting to call myself the Kang connoisseur. I have so many Kang decks coming for you guys. I think Kang is the most underrated card right now. Ever since Shavas got nerfed, Kang became a lot better. And it's particularly good in a deck like this, which puts itself at risk of losing 8 cube games to cards like Shang-Chi and Cosmo. Okay, Ravonna negative is almost snap-worthy. I mean, we can do it this early. I'm going to try and leave the middle location empty this time so we can try and get, like, the Grand Master onto Zola play, which I think is the ultimate line. Let's give him a respect. Big stakes game, this one. So we're going to try and leave the middle empty so that we can go for Grandmaster Zola onto Panther. Magic onto Superflow is also probably fine for us here. We don't really care about the energy that much, and it's stopping them having extra energy. But this is the lane I want to be Zolaing if I'm trying to leave this middle one free. We could go Magic here, but the problem is, with a Magic into this location, is if I go Wong Zola, like, we're running out of cards very, very quickly. It's also important to remember that Mr. Negative is an on-reveal if we try and do anything too clever. So, I am wondering if we actually need to Magic or not. Kind of leaning towards not going for it. I think I'm just going to slam the Gamora here for now. Not really looking for the Wong anymore. I'm looking for the Iron Man. Nice Iron Lad, my boy. Most likely they're just going to be drawing more Vibranium. Again, we have to be very careful because if we were to go... I mean, we could go here still. Question is, do we want to guarantee the Zola or her? I actually think I might prefer this play. Because we don't want to draw the Vibranium when it's either Grandmaster Wong or Iron Man. I mean, the Wong we probably don't bother with. Admittedly.
Wakanda forever.
Okay, Grandmaster, it's your time to shine, my boy. So we go Arnim Zola, for sure. It's going to hit one of these two. And then we go Grandmaster? I guess we Kang first. I showed them what I've got. I'm such a fool. I showed them what I've got, chat. No, I forgot to put the other 2 cards back in hand before I Kanged, mate. What a calamity. They Grandmaster. The werewolf comes back. The surfer doesn't move in. Oh no, chat. I showed them what I've got. I'm such a fool. This is not how you Kang, guys. Oh no! I showed them what I've got.
Wakanda forever.
No! I've had a calamity. It's been a long day, alright. Oh, it's so sad. I'm heartbroken. I am truly, truly heartbroken. Do we play Mystique? Do we even play the Ironheart? Because... yeah, that's fine. I think we play both, right? I mean, we won't bother with Mystique. We don't want the Zola to hit Mystique, but we don't care that much if it's Ironheart. There's no way they stay. I've given all the information up. We didn't spend any energy this turn, by the way. This was free. This cost me nothing. I have 7 energy. Where's my sunspot when you need it? Oh, I can't believe I bottled it. They didn't even run away. So the Zola might hit the Gamora now, by the way. Worth pointing out, because I didn't play the same cards. So they stay. Let's go. This is where we managed to lose, because if we hit Gamora, it's losable still. They have worked out their mistake as well. So we're learning. They're learning. Here we go. Zola. It hits the Panther still. Poggers. That's a win.
Shall take its place.
Now, how is the Grandmaster going to work here? Will it hit the Gamora? Will it hit the Zola? It hits the Zola, which hits the Panther again.
Wakanda forever.
Obviously, we would have had another Panther off to the left had we had the space for it. Happy days. So, we didn't get the second Panther here because... The third Panther, rather, because we filled up the lanes. And that is going to be quite a common theme, but we had to play Magic. We played the Ravonna the negative, so... Yeah. Obviously, the less cards you can play, if possible, with this deck. Like, playing the Mystique here was bad, right? Because it was giving us a chance of messing up. I think we could have actually had the Mystique down, right, with the ordering. Let's go. Goose! The star of the show. So I've been playing Ironheart for a bit, but not vibing. I really like Storm in this deck, but Storm's been cut for the Grandmaster. Okay. Sinister London is a snap. I'm liking the Goose again already.
Victory.
So this game we could go for Goose Mystique. Of course, we could just take the Ravonna early. I think that looks to be a better approach in case we hit negative. Zabu pretty good against Goose as well. Asteroid M is an awkward location in general. It could be awkward for them as well, though. We could just magic the left and make this our Wong lane. Kind of early to... yeah, this was a misplay because magic gets pulled. This is a definite misplay. So I either needed to magic this or not play magic. Oops. Let's goose him up. Get goosed on. Loving Goose being back in the deck. Oh, it goes here. Kind of forgot about that, not gonna lie. So, we can only play Gamora or Panther. We can't play both. I guess it's Panther. The Gamora's obviously hitting here. Pretty interesting.
Wakanda forever.
The Goose gameplay, mate. Get goosed on, bruv. Zola seems pretty good still. Just don't hit the Ravonna. Easy. And then we can also Grandmaster to the left, because we don't want to hit magic. So we go Zola Grandmaster to the left here, which could then move the Panther back to the middle and double the points. Don't love our chances here. It's a 1 in 3, really. We need to hit the Panther. Panther plays for 16 to the right. It's not even enough, is it? Not even enough to win the right, so it's probably a retreat would be a better bet here. I mean, the other thing we could consider doing then is we could go for the ultimate Giga Chad line, which is Zola Grandmaster on the Panther. So it's a 1 in 3. Wait, but then if we hit the Hobgoblin will go back. Let's just try this for fun. Let's just see how Grandmaster does. If we hit the Panther, Grandmaster wins us the game. Oh my god, it's Kang. We actually get to know... Oh, we do hit the Panther! We do hit the Panther!
Wakanda forever.
So much intel, but then they didn't even Kang snap us. What the hell, man? They didn't even Kang snap us. The Grandmaster, so they got Kang off of Loki. Oh man, but we have the intel that we can stay here. They're gonna run, aren't they? Kang betrayed me. This is so sad. So if you guys aren't familiar, Kang always works the same. They might not know that, so we snap. As long as we order our cards in the same way, Kang works the same way. As in, like, the RNG is, like, gonna happen the same way. It can be changed if you order your cards differently, I believe. There's definitely some nuances to it. So, for example, if we were to play Reality Stone here as well, like, the Reality Stone would always be changing the location to the same thing. But then if you change the order you play stuff, then the Reality Stone might not work. I think they're staying, guys. They're thinking about it. They are thinking about it. And Grandmaster, if they don't know, like, the Kang RNG, which a lot of players don't at the moment because of how unpopular Kang is, they might not know that Kang is always working, like... Kang... Oh, they play! They really think they've got it? Do they really have it? I really doubt it. Panther into a Goose lane. Grandmaster the Miracle! Yes! Yes! They went for it.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
What? Wait, what? Okay, can someone explain to me what just happened in the comments? Why did Kang... Surely what my opponent does shouldn't impact that. What? What? I am very confused. What a game, though, but I'm kind of salty. I don't understand. Particularly when we have Ravonna down on the board for the Zola Grandmaster on 6 play. They move to the middle and they repeat their ability. We are playing a big Black Panther deck, which is one of my favorite decks of all time, still to this day. We need to decide where we're going to be wonging. Often wong in the middle is the best bet. Let's Ravonna over to the left. Ravonna reduces the cost of Grandmaster. Mr. Negative, of course, also has big synergy with it. And with Black Panther, you can do some really, really spicy things. The question is if we actually want to take the Mr. Negative here. So one thing you have to be very wary of with this deck is that board space is a real premium. We really don't want to be putting too many cards down. I think in this instance, we're fine to go for the negative here. And we'll put him down to the left. So the Wong's going to go down the middle. A lot of you are going to be wondering why we're playing Kang. Kang is so good, in my opinion. I'm a big Kang connoisseur. You're going to be seeing lots of Kang decks from me. So here I can just Kang for free. And it's thinning my deck and increasing the odds then of me drawing like this big Iron Man, this big Zola. So I don't have the snap. I would get a free snap here as well. It was actually safer to play Kang off to the right here. Just in case they randomly have a Cosmo. So Kang is just thinning our deck. The last card we draw on turn 7 is going to be drawn, which we otherwise wouldn't have. Now, the other thing we could have considered doing, because we are up against a Silver Surfer deck, is instead of going for the thinning with Kang, we could have just saved Kang for turn 6 to see if they're planning on shutting off Limbo, or if they're planning on Cosmoing us. Now the question is, do we Mystique the Wong? And I think we don't. I think we're going to Mystique the Iron Man instead. Gamora is in here as a backup Panther. Of course, she looks very sad when she gets negative, but that's fine. We've got the Panther. The Gamora is just here because she's good as a turn 5 play when you miss Panther. Of course, she has that on-reveal synergy as well, so you can use Grandmaster with her. Iron Lad hits Sarah, which is... Iron Lad and Sarah in Silver Surfer is not something you see every day. Well, Sarah more so, but Iron Lad not so
Wakanda
much.
forever.
If we went Mystique here and we still found the Zola, we would have been in trouble. Now, the last card we draw, either Magic or Zola, is due to this Kang. Like, look at the consistency Kang is giving us. We're seeing almost the whole deck. I think we play nothing. We can play the whole hand pretty much. They just run.
Victory.
Master. I don't think we're interested in taking the Mystique here. I also don't think we're interested in taking Ironheart. She takes up a spot on the board. Okay, so Wong mid is probably better because of Grandmaster, I guess. Still not certain. I think Wong mid is better, right? Because we go Wong mid and then Panther or Gamora next turn. We go Wong mid, Panther, and then on 6 we go Zola, Grandmaster, maybe? Grandmaster's also good on the Green Goblin. Although not with Wong. We should avoid that. That would be particularly bad. So we're not interested in Grandmastering the left, that's for sure. Do we find a big guy? We do, nice. Let's snap. We could, of course, Kang here. To make our snap a bit safer. But I think we're always looking to Kang on 6 with this deck because of the threat of cards like Shang-Chi, Cosmo.
Wakanda forever.
So the question is, where do we Kang? Well, we have initiative, so... How the hell do we have initiative? Because of the void. We're just Kang left. Again, it just gives us a safety net. The Zola is actually quite scary, but the Zola Grandmaster play is going to be really great for us here. Because we could Zola the left. Nah, because these goblins come back because of Wong. It is awkward. And then the problem we have... Maybe that's fine, though. I don't think it's fine. The problem we have is that the left lane is so clogged, and Zola can hit the Wong first. We might just get the Kang win for free, to be fair. And yeah, the problem with Zola to the left is that the Hobgoblins and the Green Goblins come back because of Wong, which is a little bit mental. What's their play? Is this a Nihilus? Galactus? Holy smokes, Batman. Wasn't expecting that. Kang still would have gone through, by the way, if we went anywhere else because we had initiative. But if we didn't have initiative, he wouldn't have. So Zola's winning 50% of the time. Is there a play I can make which beats Galactus 100% of the time? I'm really interested in this line. It's the Goblins. The fact we've got Wong... If it wasn't for Wong... This play would be so good, but the Wong's actually cucking us pretty heavily here. I think we just have to roll the 50-50, and I guess we just play the Grandmaster to see what happens. We could also Grandmaster here. So if we Grandmaster here, we can hit Zola again. I'm pretty sure these are separate sentences, right? It doesn't say, then its ability happens again. So if we were to go here, we hit the Zola again, which is not doing much. Whereas if we go here, we end up with the Panther going to the middle. Gamora isn't enough, right? Gamora's just going to play for 12. They changed their play.
Cut off one head,
Oof.
2 more shall take its place.
Big oof, chat.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever!
GG. We lost on a 50-50, right? You can start to see the Grandmaster Valley though, potentially, right? If this is went differently, in a different spot, if there was no board clog, we could have gone for the Grandmaster mid, which hits the Zola, which then I guess it would move both the Panthers mid, so it might not be good. But the Grandmaster can just juice up the Panther, that's for sure. Cosmos bad for us. This is bad for us. We want to probably magic that. Oh, I should have... This is a mispositioning. I think it's fine. We can just wong the left, can't we? We just don't go for cost reduction stuff. Okay. We have to negative early. Cosmo. And God, the Cosmo's here. Grandmaster not doing much against Cosmo, of course. We find the Zola. We could magic. We could also just draw the flipping Gamora. I think I kind of prefer just drawing the Gamora. Or Panther. The problem again with the magic is that this middle location is this right location. We have to hit it the first time, right? I guess we could Grandmaster doesn't even make space. I think we're better off just drawing a card. This is now a Goose. Let's go. Get goosed on. Pog.
Oh, snap.
They got absolutely goosed on. They goosed themselves, chat. There is no chat. I'm recording only for YouTube. Gamora isn't exactly a Black Panther, but the Goose instantly putting in work. They can't play mid.
Hail Hydra!
That's enough.
All hail Hydra!
Let's go, man. Instant impact from the Goose. Oh, the Nebula grows. No, she doesn't? Okay, it didn't matter. I guess she did. She must have grown, right? Yeah, we could have played Mystique still in the middle as well. 8 cubes, though. Somehow. I'm Henri in the Champions League. It's on me if I stand on the street. I need a pack to land on me. I'm up against my Italian friend. I'm going to snap on turn 1. Neither of us should be retreating here either. Oh, what is this fancy emote, bro? Oh my god. Ego! Oh god.
Ego. And this is my domain.
Oh god, this is going to be horrible for us. How's he got all these emotes? Is he really sinking this much money into this game? He didn't even start playing that long ago. What the hell, man? This is terrible for us. Poggers. Can I get back to my YouTube video now? How has he got all these emotes? What is going on? Brilliant. Yeah. Can you stop? How does he have all these emotes, mate? What?
I am Iron Man.
Brilliant. It's going so well. Okay, everything's going to be very cheap on this last turn. We're going to Kang him probably as well, because Kang's going to cost 3. Oh! Huh? Is that good for us? No, it doesn't make a difference. Come on, the Kang. Poggers. Double Kang. Let's go. Yes! Yes, Kang! Kang won! Triple rewind.
I am Ego, and this is my domain.
I mean, whatever. I think they might be making. He might be making the same play. I don't think it would change. Is my understanding. I obviously want to run here. I'm just like staying for content. GG. I don't run, bro. I ain't no pussy. Okay, Central Park's terrible for us because of Zola, so we might want to try and go a different route than the Zola route. Ironheart Valley though is pretty nice. Wow, dude, really? Really, bro? I mean, honestly, the Killmonger's not even that bad for us because it means that we suddenly have space to Zola if we find the Zola. I'm gonna stay, mainly because of content. The question I have is where does the negative go? I think 2 in 1 location is probably the most logical play. It's possible we're supposed to split the locations. I'm still not sure in terms of Grandmaster where we want to be putting the Grandmaster. It's also possible maybe we just wanted to negative here, so I could Grandmaster Ironheart later. Okay, that's a card. That is a card. Zola off the top. Pretty please. The Wong, I don't think does much for us. Grandmaster Mystique is the most likely play we go for. We go like Iron Man Mystique Grandmaster, perhaps. Grandmaster Venom. I mean, this did nothing. They could have... I guess it did. This is actually kind of dirty. I'm not going to lie. So they're going for a big fat Zola. I respect it.
Wakanda forever! Oh, snap.
Zola and possibly Death could come through here as well because a bunch of cards got destroyed because of squirrels. I think. 10 cards got destroyed. Death costs 9 now, is that right? To start off with. Let's just Kang to see what's what. Obviously, no Zola's pretty heartbreaking, but we could move the Panther mid with Grandmaster, which might catch them off guard. And then Iron Man Mystique. They might still go for... They might still go for the other play. I'm going to stay to see if we can, like, show off the Grandmaster value. Come on. Grandmaster to save the day. They might change their play. They might still go for the Zola. They stay the same, unfortunately.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Wakanda forever!
Okay, this is... might just take the retreat, even though I am not able to really take advantage of this extra energy at this moment. But I also have the hand, right? I have the Wong Panther Zola, which is all a man really needs. No Ravonna, unfortunately. Ravonna could have been pretty nice. Hit them with the... Ah! So... I'll Goose here. I don't want to Goose Strange Academy because it can move. And the reason for the Goose here is then maybe I can do some Grandmaster shenanigans a little bit later on to help me win mid. I don't really think I care about magic. We can still go for her on turn 5 if we wish. I just don't think we care. We're just going for the Panther and the Zola. The one thing to consider about magic is it increases the odds I find Kang, which would actually be quite a nice card to just check that they don't have a random Shang-Chi. But I'm not going to go for it.
Wakanda forever!
Yeah, with no Ravonna, we're not able to go Zola Grandmaster like we would be if otherwise. I'm going to go for it. I feel a little bit naked, inadequate, but we actually have initiative here too. So they would have to Shang the left. They're unable to Shang the right because of my Goose. This is just another example of Kang to the left here. Just means that we're not clenching because of a potential Shang-Chi or Shadow King. Of course, if the Zola hits the Wong first, then the Panther is going to go to the moon. And you can see why I like Goose. I also like Storm in this deck. Like, Storm on turn 3 would be a nice option. You go Goose, Storm, and then you just win those 2 locations. But Goose Mystique also offers the same. And we have Magic as a nice turn 3 play as well, and removal of location. So I do think the Grandmaster is better than the Storm. I think it gives us more flexibility, more surprise value as well. Haven't really seen the Grandmaster perform quite how I was hoping just yet, though. They actually stay in.
All hail Hydra!
Shang to the left does do it.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its
Shadow
place.
King does not.
Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever!
They did play Beast, so it could still be a Shang. Of course, if it is a Shang, it'll be the last card revealed. Oh, it's so a Shang, isn't it? Imagine... Okay, it's not cool. No idea why they stayed. Happy days. Big Panther. Oh my god. Oh, Warmug. Oops. So, we could take the Ravonna. Turn 2 Ravona's not bad. We are lacking a lot in other departments. So we could also take the Magic on Superflow, because Superflow doesn't really do that much for us, whereas for our opponent it probably does. I'm going to go for it. The reason I'm going for the Magic here is because it just increases the odds of me drawing the Panther. We definitely need to be very wary of having lots of cards on the board as well. We don't want to overdo it here. Rocks are not ideal. The good news for us is we already have the Gamora backup play. Grandmaster Nakia. Now, if this is a Swarm deck, I'm excited to see it. This looks like a lot of fun. This Grandmaster card has so many cool synergies. We'll take the Wong. We could go Mystique too and just play nothing else. We just go Wong, Mystique, Gamora, Zola. Again, if we have like multiple cards, the Zola on double Wong can move 3 cards, right? So we need to be very careful. Wakanda forever, bruv! Let's go! Nice gladiator, my friend. Amazing. Amazing. So, funny enough, we can still go for the Mystique. It'd be kind of rude not to, wouldn't it? Doesn't really do that much for us, but... Okay. We don't play anything this turn. We could have Kanged in case they have a way of disrupting Limbo. The Kang this turn might have just been a safer bet than Kang on 7. Unfortunately, Grandmaster Zola not an option because of the Mobius here. Even if we top deck it, we have all these rocks. Oh, we can't top deck it. So we'll do a Kang check. We'll show him the rocks as well, so they maybe stay. Absorbing Man hits Wolfsbane. And is it a Shang-Chi down the middle? It's a Killmonger. Which I do not fear one bit. Not even slightly fearful. Here comes the Zola. Very easy win. I'm very surprised people are staying for these. Come on, the biggest panther of all time. Good start. Now the Wong. Now the Wong. Now the Wong. Big panther hit the Wong.
Cut off
Oh,
one head, two
boo.
more
Tiny
shall take its
panther.
place.
Pathetic panther.
Wakanda
So
forever!
small.
Wakanda forever!
All hail